Boy, oh boy, are we starting off 2020 with a bang.
Welcome back to my channel, everybody. This is Tabby with tabistea, and I'm going to start off this one with a voiceover just because this was an unexpected video. Some news has dropped. I just wanted to share it with everybody. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and let's get into the news today. So just literally a couple days after Jeffree Star has dropped his bombshell news that he and boyfriend Nate had split up, NikkieTutorials has made waves online by dropping the news that she is transgender.
And I have to tell you something. It is a brand new year. It is 2020, and I want to start the year off with the truth. When I was younger, I was born in the wrong body, which means that I am transgender.
Literally within minutes, the internet was blowing up. All the different news and entertainment, like news outlets, were exploding with shockwaves of like all this stuff about Nikkie coming out and Nikkie's transgender and all these different stories. Like, my mind was literally blown away. I did not expect this. I did not see this coming. I have been a follower for NikkieTutorials for almost like 10 plus years now, and I never saw this coming. Like, I am just totally in shock. I cannot tell you guys. Like, I'm gagged. Like, I am just gagged.
I've been wanting to share this side of myself to all of you for so long, but I could never figure out the timing. And there always was going to be the day where I would tell you. I did not expect that day to be today, but here we are. I am NikkieTutorials, and I am Nikkie. I am me. We don't need labels. If we are going to put a label on it, yes, I am transgender.
As soon as I had like 2 seconds to process this news, I had so many questions. Like, how did this happen? How long has this been going on? What is the tea? Like, I wanted to know the answer. So Nikkie started answering several of the questions that I had, including how she went through her childhood and things like that.
Ever since I was born, I've always thought that I was a girl. And I just couldn't understand why I had short hair, why I had to wear trousers and a t-shirt, and like, why couldn't I wear dresses? And I played with dolls. I did everything with nail polish, with hair brushes, with fake hair, with Barbie dolls. Like, all of me was girly. My mom knew immediately that I either was gonna be gay or a different type of story. And it turned out to be a different type of story. Growing up, I think the number one thing I'm the most thankful for is my mom. Love you, Mom, because she has been there for me since day one. She has always supported me, always accepted me, and that is everything you need as a kid. And by the age of 6, I grew my hair out. People at my school knew, I mean, they saw. And I think by the age of 7, 8, I fully wore girls' clothes only. And it felt amazing. And the teachers were so supportive about it. And of course, kids are kids. You know, this is confusing. And some kids got it, and other kids in my class did not, which is fine. But I'll always be so thankful for all the teachers at that school who supported my journey and supported me.
So here I've thrown up a picture of Nikkie and her mom. I was touched by the fact that Nikkie said that her mom was always so super supportive, as well as the teachers that she had, you know, going through school and things like that. I think acceptance is a big key factor. I think that if there was more acceptance, that it wouldn't be such a hard thing for like the gay and trans communities to come out. Because, you know, if people were more understanding of not everybody is the same, not everybody looks the same, not everybody feels the same, instead of having this cookie cutter idea. Now, here's a picture of Dillan. Nikkie is recently engaged, and Dillan is her fiance. And I was curious to see, like, how does he feel about all this? And how has he understood this process? He has been featured on her channel, and so here she talks about Dillan and how this whole process came about and how she explained it to him. I can only imagine how like nervous wreck she must have been to sit down and have that conversation with him.
But growing up, I think the hardest part was meeting new people and getting close to them and telling them a side to your life that you don't even want to talk about because you hate that part of your life. but still, you have to. And that is so hard. I know people are gonna ask a lot of questions about Dillan. Now, Dillan is a very, very special guy, and I've never met anyone like Dillan. He is truly the most kind-hearted man in my life ever. Our relationship moved so fast. And the thing is, especially for me, trusting someone enough to be truly you, flippin' scary. So to me, I wait until I tell my full story, until I know I'm in good hands. So Dillan and I, we clicked, and he didn't know. He knows now. Dillan knows about my past, but I wish I told him sooner. Everything felt so magical, so good, that I was afraid to lose him if I would tell my full story. And at the point where I told him my full story, of course, he was shocked, but that is a private matter that we're dealing with and that I'm so proud of that we're able to deal with. I truly hope that people out there who are watching this respect our relationship that way, that we can handle it privately. Dillan is such a strong, inspiring human being, and I am honored to be by his side, but just know that we're working.
I personally love Nikkie and Dillan together. From the very first time he was on her channel and the way she talked about him during the engagement and things like that, I always just loved the idea of them as a couple, and I thought when he was on their channel that she was really like genuine with him and around him and really natural. And I just like them together. So I think it even makes me like him even more to know that she's given him her truth and that he supports her in that. So I really hope with this news going public that they can continue moving forward in their relationship and that it doesn't like break them down. So the next question I had was like, how far is Nikkie into her transition? And that's what she starts talking about here.
Just because I know people are gonna ask, yes, I got fully transitioned by the time I was 14. I got my hormone. I got growth stoppers because I was supposed to be a whole lot taller than I already am today. And by the time I was 19, I fully transitioned. I transitioned while on YouTube. I have literally grown up and transformed into me in front of all of you.
Here again, I was totally blown away because I'm still processing this whole like news that she's just dropped in our laps, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like she's been transitioning in front of us this whole entire time, and I had no idea.
I, at the end of the day, am still Nikkie, and nothing changes about that. The number one thing on my channel is my love for makeup.
So at this point, I was just wondering, like, what has happened today that's made her come out with this news? Because, you know, this was a very, very hard thing for her to just up and do after 11 years, girl.
We live in a world where other people hate. I have been blackmailed by people that wanted to leak my story to the press. They said they wanted to leak it because I'm lying, or that I don't want to tell my truth, or because they feel like I'm too scared for people to know who I truly am. I'm not scared. So to the people who tried to blackmail me and thought they could really mess up my life with that, this one's for you. I hope you can sit nice on it.
So mad props to NikkieTutorials for coming in, speaking her truth, saying F you to the haters, and just doing what she had to do and finally getting this weight off her chest, girl, because you know after 11 years, it's got harder on her every year to go by and not speak on it. So mad love to her, sending her lots of love and support. I hope you guys do the same. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think about this news that Nikkie has sent out today. And as always, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Love you so much. Bye.